All right, we're starting off laying down. So take some time, close your eyes. Please get really comfortable on the floor. And just breathe deeply, and we'll spend a few moments, a few minutes just doing that. So put a little smile on your face, let your jaw relax, and start to cultivate your biggest inhales and your most complete exhales. Just at your leisure here to 100% focus all of your energy, all of your awareness into the sensation and the action of breathing. Huge inhales expand your chest capacity, and strong exhales. Remember to use your belly muscles on the exhale. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Take more time just to breathe. Let it slow down even more. See if you could add maybe a second to the inhale and the exhale. Check in with your body here, noticing perhaps a little more ease, a little more softness in your body now that we've just kind of slowed down and settled in. And so we want to allow as much ease, as much big breath as we begin to move. Okay. So from here, we'll get a little bit of core strength going. So take your fingers by your ears so that your arms are kind of like cactus arms. And I like to give a really nice scooch of the shoulder blades underneath the heart so you feel nice and open in your chest. Okay. You can bring your knees in by your chest here and glue them together like they're one big leg. And without letting your legs touch the floor, hover them on one side. Just hover those legs to one side. Okay, it helps me to really push the floor with my upper body here. Keep breathing. Now bring the legs through center and hover them to the other side. Make sure to keep them off the floor. Keep breathing. And now let's take this a few more times side to side, just playing around with this really gentle movement. Okay, but also really waking up your core and massaging your back big time. Now keep breathing. I like to put an exhale on the twist and an inhale through center. But as long as you're breathing, it's all good. Okay, just finding a gentle rhythm here. Maybe your eyes just stay closed. You can stay with the knees bent if you like. Okay, just keep it more gentle. But now that we're a bit warmer in the spine and the back, maybe you would like to try extending your knees a little bit. Maybe as you go to one side, you extend and you bend them to come through center. Other side, maybe extend, bend through center. And let's take it a few more times side to side. Maybe you decide you want to challenge yourself to bring the legs extended through center and over to the other side. Over and to the side. And maybe eventually the legs can come out straight. Maybe today, maybe not today. Either way, wherever you are, take about 3 more on each side. Let's do 2 more. Nice and slow. All right, the next time you land with your knees to one side, just let them fall there for a moment. Just whatever side is great. Look away from your knees. And let's take a few breaths here. Just breathing in this twist. Okay, from wherever you are in your twist, think of lifting your heart up toward the sky, doming your chest open. Maybe one more big breath here, this complete twist, rolling all the way up your spine. And then bring it on through center and over to the other side, just whatever side is the other side. Drop those knees, look away from them, and hold and breathe. Big breath here. Think of, again, lifting your heart up toward the sky. So sometimes just holding a posture like this, if we hold it actively and intentionally, it can be a warming posture. All right, one more big breath here in your twist, opening up that spine. And let's bring it back through center. Swing those legs through. Go ahead and grab behind your knees. And let's take some playful rocking and rolling up and down. Rock it up. Maybe use your feet to push yourself back down. Have fun with it. It's kind of silly. Just embrace it. Roll. And then back up. Let's do one more. And see if you can balance up there on your hips. Come on up. Balance. See if you use those feet out front maybe at first. And we'll find a little boat pose just to get right up into your core. So wherever you are, remember, your spine is nice and long and your tailbone is pointing forward at your toes. So you want that neutral spine. It's very tempting here to curve the spine. I know, but lift that heart. And if you can keep your feet down and you're perfectly happy, then please do. If you want to try lifting one at a time, go for it. And breathe. Boat pose. Okay, we'll do some twisting from here, continuing to wring out and strengthen your spine and your core. So if you can put your fingers together, go ahead and do that. Twist to look over to the right, looking over that right shoulder. A big twist. And back through center. Big breath in. With your exhale, twist to look to the left, look over that left shoulder. Inhale through center. We're going to do 3 more on each side. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the center. You can do this with your feet down. Exhale to the left. Inhale through center. Keep going. We're going to do 2 more. Exhale. And inhale. Lengthen that spine. Exhale. And inhale. 1 more on each side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Nice, let it go. Drop your feet, okay? Hopefully feeling a lot of nice strength in your abs and your core. Our best bet for keeping the low back happy is core strengthening movements like boat pose. So let's transition to hands and knees. You can drop your knees to one side, flip it over, hands and knees. And let's build a little flow from here. Tuck your toes, lift those hips. Take a little time in downward facing dog, okay? Tailbone pointed high up at the sky. Take some time walking your heels out. Remember, you don't ever have to extend your knees in down dog. You can always keep them bent, okay? Even if you do extend your knees, if it's comfortable for you today, you can still put a little softness in them. So we don't want to think of locking them out. Okay, not super warm here in down dog, but let's start flowing and get a little warm. So I'm just going to build a ladder flow here. Feel free to use modifications along the way and I'll try to give you opportunities to take it up or down. With your inhale here, let's get the right leg up in the sky. Just think of lifting it high without lifting the right hip over the left. Exhale here, send that right knee forward. Think of tucking it up and in towards your chest. You can drop the left knee to do this if you like. With your inhale, right leg up and out behind you. And exhale, drop that right foot. Inhale here, move your heart forward, finding a plank pose just momentarily, which means you can also drop your knees. And then with your exhale, walk to your hands and fold. Okay, we're gonna keep flowing. Inhale, roll it up, push into your heels. Lift that heart nice and high. Okay, as you're ready, a chair pose, bending your knees, pull them toward each other and drop your hips in a squat, chair squat, looking up at your hands. Inhale all the way up to stand. Think of lifting that heart again. And exhale, hinging at your hips, fold it all the way down. You can bend those knees. Roll it up on the inhale. Think of looking forward. And fold it deeply on the exhale. Hug your legs, drape over your knees. Okay, palms are down here. Inhale and step yourself back to a plank with knees or not. And then exhale all the way down. Pull the elbows in, lower yourself to the floor. A cobra on your inhale. Okay, pull back on your hands, lift that heart up and forward. And then exhale, let it go. Make your way up and back to downward facing dog. You can come up through hands and knees, or you can just tuck your toes and lift the hips. Take a few moments here, again, walking it out in your downward facing dog. Start to pay attention also to the push of your hands against the floor, moving the elbows inward toward each other all the time. And think of engaging your quadriceps, the front of your thigh, by lifting your kneecaps when you're here. All right, we'll keep flowing from here. Inhaling here, let's get the left leg up in the sky. Exhale, send that left knee forward, hover it by your left elbow. You can drop the right knee if you need to. And inhale that left leg up in the sky. Exhale, left foot down. Let's keep flowing just like we did before. Inhale, heart forward to a plank. And exhale, step to your hands, walk to your hands, and fold. Roll it up as you inhale. Push down into your heels. Roll that heart up nice and high. Look up. And exhale, sit down into a chair squat. Utkatasana. Drop your tailbone. Look up. Inhale to stand. Lift the heart. Exhale to hinge and fold it all the way down to forward fold. Come halfway up with your inhale. You can put your fingertips on the floor or your shins, looking forward. And with your exhale, deeply fold. Hug your knees. Palms are down. Inhaling, stepping back to plank. And exhaling all the way down, just like we did before. Moving through your little vinyasa. Inhale for that cobra, heart up. Then exhale, make your way to downward facing dog and we'll meet there. Okay, we're gonna keep building our ladder flow. So we'll just keep adding on. Here we go. Inhaling here, let's get the right leg up in the sky. Exhale here, right knee forward, tuck it underneath your heart, hover. And inhale, right leg behind you again, 3-leg dog, up in the sky. Exhale, send that right foot forward, drop it outside your right hand. A simple crescent lunge here. Okay, you can drop the back knee if you need to or keep it up, but inhale and sweep your arms up overhead. Looking up, okay, big chest, and then exhale, hands down again, back the way we came. Inhale the right leg up in the sky, 3-leg dog, and exhale, right foot down. Now we're going to switch sides right away. Inhale here, left leg up in the sky. Exhale, left foot forward, or sorry, left knee forward. Hook it underneath your heart. Push the floor. Inhale the left leg up and out behind. And then coming forward into that lunge. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Drop it outside your left hand. Now remember, you can drop the back knee, coming to a crescent lunge with your inhale, hands up. Spread open your chest. And then exhale, hands down. Back the way we came. Inhale, the left leg in the sky, 3-leg dog. And exhale, left foot down, downward facing dog. Now we're gonna go back to the right side. We're gonna add something onto our little flow. Inhale, right leg up in the sky. Exhale, right knee forward, hover under your heart. Just like before. Inhale, right leg up in the sky, 3-leg dog. Exhale, right foot forward, drop it next to your right hand. We're coming up to the lunge. So inhale here, up to your crescent lunge. Okay, exhale here, we're gonna twist it, looking over to the right. Look over that right shoulder. A twist, maybe drop a little lower as you twist. Back the way we came. Inhale, back up through that crescent lunge, heart up, facing forward. And exhale, hands down underneath your shoulders. 3-leg dog on your inhale, right leg up in the sky. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now let's do the same thing on the left side. Inhale here, left leg up in the sky. Going through our flow, exhale, left knee forward, hover. Inhale, 3-leg dog, left leg back. Exhale, left foot forward into a lunge, just outside that left hand. Inhaling here, crescent lunge, hands up. Okay, here for your twist, you're gonna exhale and look to the left. See if you can drop a little lower as you look over that left shoulder. Coming back through the crescent lunge, inhale. And exhale, hands down under your shoulders. 3-leg dog on your inhale, left leg in the sky. And exhale, downward facing dog. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep building on our flow, okay? Come along with me. Remember to always drop your knees in the lunges to make it a little more chill, and take those breaks if you need them. All right, from here, inhale, right leg up in the sky. Exhale, right knee forward, hover. Inhale, right leg up in the sky. Exhale, right foot forward to the lunge. Inhale, up in your crescent lunge, just like before. Exhale to the twist, okay? Right shoulder, looking over that right shoulder, drop your hips nice and low. With your inhale, reach that right hand back, reach the left hand up. Maybe you even touch your left leg, sorry, with your right hand. Okay, exhale back the way we came, back up to that twist. Inhale to the crescent lunge. And exhale, hands down. Inhale, 3-leg dog, right leg up. And exhale, right foot down, downward facing dog. We're gonna do the other side. Okay, we just added that one little kind of heart opener. Here we go on the left. Inhaling here, left leg up in the sky. Exhale, left knee hovers underneath your heart. Inhale, left leg up in the sky. And exhale, left knee forward into a lunge. Coming up to your crescent lunge, big breath in. Twist on your exhale, look over that left shoulder. Now drop nice and deep. Inhale here, reach that right hand up to the sky. Spread open your heart. And exhale, back to the twist. Inhale through that crescent lunge, all hands up, looking forward and up. And exhale, hands down under shoulders. Inhale, left leg up in the sky. And exhale, left foot down, downward facing dog. Okay, I'd like to add one more thing to our ladder flow. So I hope you're feeling good. I'm feeling the warmth in the legs, the shoulders. Remember to take breaks and just go slow and enjoy yourself. One more. Here we go. Right leg up in the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, right knee hovers underneath your heart. Press it forward. Inhale, right leg back, 3-leg dog. Exhale, right foot forward. Step it outside your right hand. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, twist, looking over the right shoulder. Drop nice and low. Inhale, sweep that left hand up. Reach the right hand down. And exhale, left hand to the floor underneath your left shoulder. Okay, now we're gonna hang out here for a little while in this twisted lunge, and I'll spin around to face you. Okay, we are in the same position now. So left hand under left shoulder, looking out over that right knee. Go ahead and keep your legs nice and active here. And remember, you can drop the left knee and make this more gentle at any time. Keep breathing. And think of spreading open your chest here. Maybe turn the top arm and the bottom arm into more of a cactus shape. And think about peeling open that right armpit. Nice work here in your twisted lunge, really opening up and releasing tension in your legs, hips, your back. How about one more breath here? Chest big and broad. And we'll let it go. Big exhale. Right hand down under right shoulder. Right leg up in the sky. Big breath in. 3-leg dog. And exhale here. Right foot down. Downward facing dog. So we're going to do the other side. Okay, and then we'll let that lateral flow go. Here goes. Inhaling here. Left leg up in the sky. 3-leg dog. Here, exhale, left knee forward, hover it underneath your heart. Okay, inhale that left leg up, 3-leg dog. And exhale, left foot forward. Drop it outside that left hand. Inhale, crescent lunge. Sweep your heart up and open. Exhale, in your twist, open your arms. Look over that left shoulder. Drop those hips nice and low. Okay, inhaling here, reach that right hand up. Left hand down, heart is open. Exhaling here, coming down to your twisted lunge. Right hand under right shoulder, left hand up, and hold right here. Keep in mind, you can drop that right knee, okay? I'll spin around to face you. Again, breathe here. Just being in the posture, gently pushing the floor down. Soft elbows, long spine. Let the legs be active. The chest and back active too. I like to think of trying to lift the back kneecap away from the floor while dropping the hips. Maybe one more big breath here in your twisty lunge. And then let it go. Drop the left hand under the left shoulder. Inhaling here, we're gonna come up through a 3-leg dog. So left leg up and out behind you. And exhale, left foot down, downward facing dog. Go ahead and walk to your hands here and take a moment just to hang and swing. And just release all that work from the legs and the arms. Shake your head. Okay, the legs are super warm, and this is a great time to gently bend into one knee at a time and allow your weight of your upper body to just hang, just dead weight. Shake that heavy head. Maybe join your hands behind you here. You can move them away from you and get a nice shoulder opener. Okay, and as you're ready, release your hands if you joined them. Press down into your heels. We're gonna roll up. Come on up. all the way up to standing. Shake it off here. I'd like to do a little standing and balancing practice with you, which is always kind of a fun thing to mix it up. So we're nice and warm. We can take a moment just to kind of ground here. And just think about the alignment of your spine as you're standing. Think of pointing that tailbone straight down at the ground before we even begin to go anywhere. Pulling that belly button inward towards your spine so the low back feels really wrapped. And then allowing the shoulder blades to drop as the sternum is lifting. So finding that lifted neutral spine. Now just begin to drop a little bit more into your left foot. Okay, putting the weight on your left foot. Go ahead and lift the right heel. Okay, and you can keep your hands on your hips. You can really do whatever you like with your hands. So feel free to make a fun little tree shape if you like. Okay, but whatever you're doing with your hands, start to externally rotate the right hip by pointing that right knee out to the right. Okay, so that's where you're going to start with your tree posture. We want this nice external rotation, and just hang here, pointing that tailbone straight down. And see if you want to slide the right foot up to your left calf with that nice external rotation still. Okay, you could try sliding it further in towards your thigh. If you get it on your thigh, you want to give it a really good stamp, like you're trying to press your footprint and imprint it into your thigh. You breathe here. And you want maybe to add something with your arms. So maybe you take your arms out, and I like to play around with challenging balance here by trying to look over at one hand. Okay, try that. And then slowly travel your gaze to look at the other hand. Whoa. And keep your expectations kind of open when you're balancing, so no one's disappointed. Okay, and then if that's easy, try looking at each hand without moving your head and just moving your eyes. That's a nice challenge as well. So the whole time you're doing this is really just a distraction to distract you from the point that your left leg is holding you up all by itself while you're doing this. Okay, so maybe one more big breath here, working in your tree pose on balance and focus and stability. And then try to come out the way you came in, okay? Slowly sliding the leg down if you could, keeping it controlled and intentional. And once those right toes come down, whew, you can ground the right foot and shake out the left. Okay, and hopefully you feel that the left leg did quite a bit of work. Okay, now we'll switch sides. So before we ground into that right foot, find the alignment in your spine. Lift that heart up and open. Point the tailbone straight down. Okay. And then start to ground into that right foot. Okay. Lifting the left heel. Let's externally rotate the hip, the left hip. And think of pointing your tailbone straight down here. And maybe you just spend a few moments here, letting the hip kind of softly open up. Okay, once you're comfortable here, you can start to slide the foot up, the left foot. Okay, maybe get it up in your right thigh. Go ahead and give it a good step on your right thigh. So you're actively pushing onto yourself. And play with balance here until you have it just like you want it. Okay, maybe try arms out, looking at your hands here, just to give you something to do. So point that tailbone straight down. First, try turning your head to look at your hands. If you fall out, just come back in. It's not a problem. We have no expectations here. We're just experimenting. Okay, once you feel pretty comfortable with turning your head to look at your hands, try keeping your nose pointed forward and just moving your eyeballs to look at your hands. Try that. And the whole time that right leg is really working, doing some good work. Maybe one more breath here. Solid in your tree pose. Come down with control. Skillfully sliding that left foot down. And then you can shake it out. All right, amazing work balancing in your tree pose. Okay, we're gonna come back down to the floor. So taking facing toward the front of your space, big breath in here, arms up overhead. And exhale here, hinging at your hips. Fold it all the way down. Hang that head here, shake it out. And then from here, walking your feet out a little bit further than your hips are. Turn those toes out away from each other and start to drop into your hips. Into a Malasana squat. Okay, such a great opener for hips and low back. So remember, you only need to drop as low as you want to go, so you can use elbows on knees. You can also put your fingers on the ground. Okay, but make sure that you double check to see that your knees point out over your toes. Okay, and then you'll give the ground a little bit of push. So I want you to actively push the floor down. Try to put your palms together and do your best to look up and forward so your spine is long. And keep breathing here. Pushing into the feet, thinking of pulling your hips back and down. So maybe you walk your fingers out away from your hips. Okay, keeping those hips super heavy, moving away from your fingers. Take some deep breaths into your low back here, spreading it open. And you might try walking your hands out to one side. Getting more into one side of your low back. And then of course we want to walk them over to the other side. And then bring it back to center one more time. See if you can really move those hips back. You might even drop your head here. And then if you can from here, you can just go ahead and fall back onto a seat. Come on down and shake your legs out. You can lean back and kind of windshield wiper out your legs. It's a good time to notice how your hips and low back are feeling, legs and arms. Feeling pretty good. So let's get a little bit more stretchy now that we're quite warm. Go ahead and sit up tall and find a position where you can get your left leg out in front of you and make it about a 90-degree bend at the ankle, at the ankle and the knee. Okay, right out in front of you. And let's see if you could lean back and stack the right on top of the left. Okay, so try to get into it leaning back. That's really the gentlest way, I think, to enter. So you can lean back here, stack the right ankle on the left knee, and the right knee is just about over the left ankle. There can be some space there, okay? So you might just lean back like this, and this might be enough today. You can even pick the knees up high if you want. So maybe stay here, but I want you to start to allow the legs to soften downward, just whatever that means for you. Allow them to be soft and heavy. And if you can, sit up nice and tall and just be in the posture. We're just going to take some time enjoying this wonderful leg, hip, low back. This helps open up all your sacroiliac space and double pigeon or stacked logs posture. So do your best to keep your feet flexed. We'll take a few more breaths. So keep those ankles nice and flexed. If you're sitting up and all is going well, try actively pushing your legs into the floor. Like you're trying to lift up off the floor with your legs. Enjoying some nice release in the outer hip. Maybe, if it feels appropriate today, you walk your fingers out, but I want you to keep your hips low, okay? So hips stay down as the hands walk out, maybe. And breathe. Remember to keep your neck long. You can drop your head, but lengthen your neck. All right, now this is one that I could just spend hours in. But take your time, walking your hands back up and in by your hips. And then go ahead and lean back on your hands again. I want to move a little more deeply into this idea. So just take your right foot, okay? You can grab your right foot with your left hand and just move it further to the left so that your knees come very close and your thighs come very close. And you can take a look. Sometimes it helps to put your feet closer to your hips. So if you have trouble sitting down into it, pull the feet in close to you and just sit right between them. And then you can get into it from there. So take your time. I have to shimmy for this one quite a bit. But once you're in it, the knees are as close as you'd like them to be, and the thighs are too. And again, you can lean back in this one and pick the knees up high and just be real gentle with it. So keep your gentle option as leaning back. And then once you start to settle in, maybe allow a heaviness to grow in the legs to the point that you feel like you could sit up straight. Maybe that'll happen today and maybe not. Doesn't matter. Just keep breathing. Long spine. So we've moved a little more deeply into the hip, the outer hip, IT band. Hopefully feels great behind your pelvis, your low back. If eventually you feel comfortable sitting up straight in this posture, okay, it's called cow face posture, you can walk those hands forward again. And same idea, think of dropping your hips as you walk those hands forward. Gently resisting the floor with your legs like you're trying to push up off the floor. Take a couple more breaths here, just really diving into some nice release where we tend to collect it most humans. Around the hips is where we store a lot of our experience and emotions. So it's good to do some deep work there when we're warm. Okay, wherever you are in your cow face pose, start to walk your hands back behind you and lean back here. We're gonna kick the legs out and shake them off for a bit. And we'll do the other side. Shake them off. Notice how it feels and switch sides. So this time the right foot will be on the bottom. The right leg will be on the bottom. So line that shin out in front of you. And then you can lean back to stack the left leg on top. Flex those ankles, okay? That's kind of important here to keep the ankle flexed. Okay, leaning back is great because it allows you to settle in without forcing. Okay, so feel free to hang out there as long as you want. Sit up when you're comfortable. And close your eyes, just enjoy it. Okay, once you feel that things are starting to maybe soften up, you can start to use your activity in your legs, actively pushing the floor down with both legs. So that to me really brings postures like this to life when you give that certain activity in the right place. And then of course, if you're feeling pretty great here, start to walk your hands out away from your hips, but keep those hips heavy. Also, too, you can cultivate a feeling here of gently squeezing your knees toward each other. See how that works for you. It's good to try activating in different ways just to see how the body responds. Double pigeon. All right, as you're ready, slowly walk your way up out of this and lean back. Okay, making some space in your legs and your hips here to transition to cow face pose. So right hand grabs the left ankle, go ahead and pull it over to the right, and then take your time sitting between your feet. Take the feet closer to make this a little easier to get into. Okay, we want both hips down. Notice the left hip needs a little extra encouragement, so give it to that left hip. And just breathe here. You can stay leaned back. You can keep it real chill. Or you can go a little deeper. Wherever you are, just breathe. Enjoy the moment. Find a way to be easy here, wherever you are. Be easy. Resist the floor with gentle strength. And pull the knees inward with that same gentle strength. Perhaps, if it makes sense today, you walk those hands out a little bit, away from you. Keep those hips down. All right, feels really nice in the legs and the hips. Sometimes it's intense, but as long as there's no pain in general, it's okay to kind of meet the intensity and kind of breathe through it. But just trust your instincts with what's too much and what's good. Okay, taking your time, walk your hands back up out of this. Go ahead and lean back on them and kick the legs out, away from you. Whew, you can shake them out. Okay. Take the legs long ways. So you're going to come down to lay out long ways on your mat. But let's take a long time to do it. Thinking of rolling down one vertebra at a time. Okay. Sit up long and then tuck your tailbone to point towards your toes. See if you could roll back with the utmost control. Okay, as soon as you lay down, take a big breath in, reach your hands up overhead, and exhale. See if you could slowly roll yourself up the way you came in. And it's okay if you need to give yourself a little push or bend your knees. Let's do that a few more times, okay? Just playing with that slow roll down on the inhale. And slowly roll it up, exhale. Let's do maybe two more. 2 more, just like that. Inhale, roll down. And exhale, roll up. One more. Okay, strong core, controlling this movement very skillfully. Okay, next time you roll down, allow yourself to come all the way down. Okay, take a moment here, arms out to the side like cactus arms. And let's just get the legs up in the air. Take a moment to circle out your ankles. We'll make sure we do circles both directions. And then let's get some figure eights in there. And make sure you do figure eights in both directions. All right, and then from here, just bring your knees into your chest. Give them a good hug. You can grab one hand on each shin and kind of rock and smoosh your low back around on the mat. Okay, from here, you can bring your feet together and then crawl your hands on the inside of each leg, up the shin or down the shin toward the ankle. And just see if you could grab somewhere on the shin, around the ankle is great. And then gently pressing your feet together, start to pull them in towards your heart. Only as much as feels good, okay? If the shin and the ankle work great for you, stay there. If you can, reach for the outside of your foot and you can maybe interlace your fingers and hold your feet in your interlaced hands. And then think of, as you pull that foot sandwich towards your heart, also lift your heart toward the foot sandwich. Then breathe. Then Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose, heart to feet, feet to heart. Very balancing posture. All right, as you're ready, release your Baddha Konasana, lengthen your arms and legs, and take a big stretch out. Arms and legs reaching out away from each other, kind of as long as you can be. And we'll just take a little side stretch from here. Okay, so you can start by just walking your feet out to the left so that your legs come out to the left. Go ahead and cross your right ankle over the left. And then do the same with your arms. Walk your arms out to the left as well. Okay, and I like to use the left hand to pull the right wrist over to the left to make it even more, I have a cat in the way, to make it even more of a right side stretch. So pull that right wrist to the left. And breathe. Okay, enjoying a nice expansion all across your right side. So that's kind of what we're going for. A big right side opening. If you want to deepen it, you just take your curve a little deeper by moving your hips to the right and everything else to the left. Okay, you do want to remember to ground that right hip and shoulder blade here. If you notice them popping up, put them back down. Okay, really nice stretch on the right side. Maybe one more really big breath in here. Let's bring it through center and just over to the other side. So this time your curve, we'll curve over to the right. So you can take your legs over to the right, cross the left ankle on top, and arms over to the right as well. Use your right hand to move that left wrist further to the right so you get more into the left armpit and rib cage. And take some breath here. Okay, come back through center. Here, bring it on through. And we're just gonna take a gentle twist on each side. So bring your right knee in here. And then just push it over to the left. Okay, drop that right knee. We're gonna look to the right, so look away from the knee. You can cactus the right arm, and you can gently hold that right knee down if you want with that left hand. Nice breath here. Remember, in your twist, lift your heart. And breathe deeply. Maybe one more breath here. Just really recalibrating and massaging your spine. Go ahead and bring it back through center, extending the right leg, back to resting, and switch sides. Left knee brings itself up through center and over to the right. And then make sure to look to the left. Feel free to use that right hand to gently press the left knee down. But again, think of lifting your heart way up high here. Strong exhales into your belly muscles. One more big breath right here in this wonderful twist. And then release it. Come all the way through center here. It's time to rest. So extend your arms and legs in Shavasana and just let go. Find soft, easy, natural breath. And find effortlessness in your body, just softness and ease all over. And returning to just a sense of being aware of this moment without doing anything. Notice every sound, every sensation. Feel the moment happening. If you notice a thought, that's okay. Acknowledge your thought as a thought. And then you can go back to being aware of the moment as it arises. Breathing softly, no effort in your body. Any tension is melting out with each breath. The jaw hangs open and the eyeballs sink in your head. Simply noticing the breathing in notice the breathing out. Breathing in, notice the moment. Breathing out, wonderful moment. It's so important to take time just to be still and feel yourself being. So please take as much time as you can. The more, the better. This is where I'll leave you for our practice today. Thanks so much for joining me.